We live in an age of constant distraction, where a single push notification can ruin your morning or a malicious comment can shatter your peace. We are losing our way, not because we lack information, but because we lack an internal anchor to hold us steady against the modern storm. 400 years ago, the samurai at this very temple faced death every single day. They had no phones, yet they faced much greater adversities. What was their secret? How did they maintain an immovable mind in a world of constant change? Today, we seek answers from the ghosts of Kyoto. The path of the warrior was never just about the sword. It was about the mastery of the self, a discipline forged in silence and steel. They understood that external chaos is inevitable, but internal turmoil is a choice. Their philosophy remains more relevant today than it was back then. We are bombarded by noise, drowning in choices, and paralyzed by anxiety. We have forgotten the ancient art of keeping the spirit absolutely still. To master adversity, we must first master the mind. Join me as we explore 5 ancient philosophies to build an unbreakable spirit in modern times. Let us journey back to the wisdom of the blade and the silence of the temple to find our own unwavering center in this world. Our first philosophy is Fudoshin, the immovable mind. It is the core of the samurai spirit, the ability to remain unshaken by any external force. Miyamoto Musashi once said, "Under the sword lifted high is hell making you tremble. But step forward, and you shall find the heaven of peace." Fudoshin is not about being cold or unfeeling. It is the capacity to observe the storm raging around you without being swept away by its winds. In the heat of battle, a samurai who panics is already dead. In your life, when pressure mounts, does your mind shatter or does it solidify? When your boss yells, when the market crashes, or when your best laid plans crumble to dust, are you able to maintain your inner equilibrium? Be like the rock in the stream. The water may be violent and fast, but the rock does not move. It simply lets the chaos pass. Fudoshin is the ultimate shield against the anxiety of the unknown. It is the realization that you are the master of your own internal state. Samurai trained their minds so that even the threat of death could not cause their hearts to skip a single precious beat of focus. You may not be facing a blade, but you face deadlines and debts. The mental muscle required to stay calm remains exactly the same today. Practice Fudoshin by choosing not to react immediately. Stop. Breathe. Observe the chaos without becoming a part of it. Then act with total clarity. An immovable mind allows for a flexible body. By not being tense in your spirit, you become far more effective in your physical actions. Remember this name. When the world feels like it is spinning out of control, find your Fudoshin and stand your ground with absolute confidence. The battle is won or lost in the mind long before the first blow is ever struck. If you are calm, you have already won. We move to our second philosophy, Mushin, the mind of no mind. This is the art of acting without the interference of conscious thought. Mushin is not about being empty-headed. It is about a mind that is so clear it reflects everything like a mirror, without clinging to anything. Have you ever been so focused on a task that you lost all sense of time? That state of flow is what the samurai called Mushin. Thinking about winning makes you lose. Thinking about failing makes you fail. In Mushin, there is only the action itself, pure and unadulterated. In the art of Kyoto, the archer does not shoot the arrow. The arrow releases itself when the archer's mind is perfectly empty and ready. When you overthink, you create friction. Mushin is the removal of that mental friction, allowing your skills to manifest naturally and without any doubt. In our digital world, we are paralyzed by analysis. We worry about likes, reviews, and what others think, which kills our creative and productive spirit. The samurai believed that hesitation is the gap where death enters. To live in Mushin is to close that gap and act with total spontaneity. How do you achieve this? Through deep, repetitive training until your skill becomes a part of your DNA, requiring no more conscious effort to perform. Let go of the ego. The ego is the noise that prevents Mushin. When the I disappears, the work becomes perfect and the spirit finds rest. Mushin teaches us, do not try to be better than others. Try to be better than yourself yesterday by letting your true nature flow out. Stop thinking. Start being. Trust the years of preparation you have put in and let your instinct take the lead in the moment of truth. A mind that is empty is a mind that is full of possibilities. Become the vessel through which greatness can flow without the blockage of fear. We come to the heavy pillars of the samurai code. Gi, the sense of justice, and the haunting awareness of Memento Mori. Gi is your moral compass. In an era where values are fluid and ethics are often ignored, Gi is the iron anchor of your character. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. A samurai's strength came from knowing exactly what they were willing to die for. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and even when it costs you everything. This is the essence of Gi. Then there is Memento Mori. The Hagakure, the classic samurai text, states, "The way of the samurai is found in death." It sounds grim, but for a warrior, death was not a tragedy. It was a deadline. They woke up every morning and told themselves, "Today, I might die." This awareness is the ultimate tool for freedom. When you accept that your time is limited, you stop wasting it on trivial, meaningless things. Would you spend your final hours arguing with strangers online or harboring petty grudges? No. You would live with intensity, kindness, and absolute purpose. The cherry blossom is beautiful precisely because it falls. Our lives gain meaning because they end. This realization is what makes a warrior brave. Samurai lived with a sense of ichigo ichi-e, one time, one meeting. Every moment is unique and will never happen again in this way. When you fear death, you fear life. But when you embrace your mortality, you become invincible because you have nothing left to lose but time. Combine justice with the awareness of death, and you get a person who is unstoppable, principled, and deeply appreciative of every single breath they take. They didn't wear armor just to protect their bodies. They wore their principles as armor for their souls against the corruption of the world. Gi in the modern world is seen in your honesty, your loyalty, and your courage to stand up for those who cannot stand for themselves. Let the thought of your end be the fuel for your beginning. Every morning is a rebirth. Every evening is a preparation for the final rest. Death is not the enemy of life. It is the teacher of life. It teaches us to be present, to be bold, and to be honorable. Live your life in such a way that when the time comes to meet your end, you can do so with a smile and a clear heart. Our fifth and final philosophy is Zanshin, the remaining mind. It is the state of total awareness that continues even after the action. The greatest mistake we make is relaxing the moment we achieve our goal. Zanshin is the discipline of staying alert when the victory is won. A samurai never lets his guard down, not when he sleeps, not when he eats, and certainly not after he has defeated his enemy in battle. In your life, Zanshin is how you finish your day.
It's how you maintain your habits even after you've reached your first big milestone or success.
Complacency is the silent killer of progress. When you think you have arrived, you stop growing. Zanshin keeps you sharp, focused, and always ready. Adversity never truly disappears. It only waits for you to be distracted. By practicing Zanshin, you ensure that you are never caught off guard. It is about the follow-through. It is about the quality of your attention after the work is done. It is the signature of a true master. Don't just start strong. Finish strong, and stay strong after the finish. This is how you build a life of consistent and enduring excellence. Zanshin is a state of being, not a task. It is the quiet intensity that you carry within you through every mundane moment of your daily life. Watch the world with the eyes of a hawk. Be aware of your surroundings, your thoughts, and your emotions. Never be a slave to your impulses. The brush leaves the paper, but the spirit remains on the page. That lingering energy is Zanshin. It is the echo of your soul's discipline. Master this, and you will never feel overwhelmed again. You will always be one step ahead of the chaos because you never stopped watching. Honor the tradition by embodying it. Zanshin is the final piece of the puzzle that turns a common man into a modern-day warrior. These 5 philosophies, Fudoshin, Mushin, Gi, Memento Mori, and Zanshin, are not just museum pieces. They are tools for your survival. The world outside will always be chaotic. There will always be storms, setbacks, and people trying to pull you down from your path of peace. But you have a choice. You can be a victim of your circumstances, or you can be the samurai of your own life's destiny. Peace does not come from the absence of trouble. It comes from the presence of a disciplined mind that can withstand any degree of trouble. Right now, choose one of these principles. Don't try to master all of them at once. Choose one and practice it with everything you have. Be the immovable rock. Be the empty vessel. Be the man of honor. Be the one who remembers his end. Be the one who is always awake. The path is long and the climb is steep, but the view from the top of your own mastered mind is worth every single drop of sweat. Thank you for walking this ancient path with me today. May your spirit be sharp, your heart be calm, and your resolve be absolutely ironclad. The warrior's way is open to anyone who has the courage to start. Take your first step now. Stay sharp, stay focused, stay invincible. Until we meet again on the path, go forth with the spirit of the samurai. Victory is within you. Farewell for now.